to my channel. My name is Laura. It's Friday. I'm doing Friday reads. I was in a bit of a reading slump for the month of October. I got stuck at the end of August. I got really stuck, and I was planning bar mitzvah. Yeah. So anyway, the bar mitzvah is over. I am trying to get back into the swing of things. I did just finish 2 books, which I'll have my reviews up soon. And I have quite a few books that I started. So I want to continue reading these, and I'm going to share with you what I started, what I'm in the middle of. I'm hoping that the month of November I will finish some of these. I am very behind on my Goodreads goal, which is 100 books. I'm up to 66. So I have a few more books that I have to read really quickly to reach my goal of 100 for the end of the year. So what am I currently reading? In the car, I am my audiobook. I have one audiobook that I'm listening to right now, and that is the Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. This was very hard to listen to during the bar mitzvah time. So I was listening to it, then putting music on, then listening to it, and then putting music on. So, yeah. So I am only up to chapter 8, which is 155 on the audio. It's like the same as the other books. I know everybody loves Harry Potter, I'm sorry to say, but to me it's like a 3-star. But of course I had the bar mitzvah and everything was taking my attention away. So I will listen to this more and hopefully get into the book more. I'm hoping. I would like to finish this by the end of the year, so I can watch the movie and then maybe start the last book. So that's this one. Okay, so on to other books that I started. Okay. I was reading a book for Lisa's book club, and I have it out from the library. I cannot renew it anymore. I think I have 5 or 6 more days that I can have this book out. So I am trying to read Roanoke Girls by Amy Engel, sorry. This one is a very strange book about incest. Yeah, so I will continue reading it, and I did get pretty far. I have a bookmark in here, and I got to page 168, so I really don't want to DNF it, but it's kind of like a 3-star for me, and so I hope to finish this before I have to return it to the library or owe a couple of cents, because this is not my book. So that's this one. Okay. So because I'm reading that book, my friend at work says, oh, you have to read this one. So she gave me a book, and she's like, you're going to like this one. And I'm like, okay. So I started reading a little bit of it. She gave me The Absolute Darling. She said that she was really good. It's by Gabrielle Talent. So I started to read a little bit. I read one night, and I read not that many pages, 34 pages. It is very dense writing. I had a hard time reading it, and especially I had the bar mitzvah planning, and my mind was wandering. But I will continue reading this one, and this one's about incest as well. So I'm going to read this one. Hopefully pick it up, because it's not my book. I'm borrowing it, and I like to return it to her. I don't want to DNF it, because she said it's really good, and it talks to her and stuff like that. So we'll see. So I will continue reading this one. Luckily, it's not a library book, but I still have to get it back to her by June, because I work with her until June. So that's that one. Okay. Also, I started reading my band book. I never finished it. The band book that I was reading was Looking for Alaska by John Green. It reminds me of Paper Town so much. It takes place in a boarding school about bullies. So I like to finish this one. It should be a quick read. If my attention's back to reading, I am on page 81, so I like to finish. I'm like halfway, whatever. I like to finish this book and get it off my TBR, so that's that one. My other October read was book 3 of the Fear Street series, and I am reading The Lost Girl by R.L. Stine. These are his new YA books. He revamped them and then released them. They do not have to be read in order. I did read book 1 and book 2, but they were totally different stories, and this one's a third book and it's totally different story, but I really enjoy his writing. It's horror and I really like suspense and horror, so yeah, I did get very far for this, and this is for my October Halloween read. And I got to page 115, so I like to read more of this one and finish this one as well. Okay, on to my big fat book. My big fat book, I need to finish this by December, so I need to read this one. Yes. This is book 4 of the series. You've all known my story about this one. I did not know that it was released. I had the triplets, and I did not know it was released. And the movie came on the TV, and I started watching it, and I was like, oh my God, when did that happen? I'm like, I don't remember reading that. So I wound up getting the book and I never finished it. So I have to finish this one. Breaking Dawn. This has to be finished by the end of the year. It's my goal. I did get very far. See my bookmark? And I need to just sit down and read a couple of more pages. I'm on page 512. So I did read a lot, and I need to finish this book. So this is my goal for the next 2 months, November and December. I need to finish this one. So that's that. Okay, and the last book that I need to finish that I started is a nonfiction book, and this one has helped me in May and June. Starting to have some issues at work again, so I am going to pick this up again and read more. As you know, I am an introvert. I do not have that many friends, and yeah. So I picked up The Uninvited by Lysa TerKeurst. Sorry if I butchered her name. The sticker is on her name, so I couldn't read it. Anyway, this one is about introverts and how to live with extroverts. It really talked to me in May and June. It really helped me out when I came home and I was being harassed and all that, bullied. And so it really helped me. And this book, I don't know if you see, I've never written in my books, but this book I started to write in. I don't know if you could see some of that. There's highlights and some quotes that really helped me out. And so this is a nonfiction book, and I really like to. It says, living loved when you feel less than left out and lonely. I really enjoyed what I read so far, so I want to finish this. I did read a lot. I read half the book at least. 160 pages. So yeah, so I'm going to continue reading this one for the month of November and December. So that's that. Okay, Lisa's Book Club is starting a new book. And I want to start this on November 1st, so I'm hoping that the next few days I finish some of the other ones I just showed you. The book that she is picking up to read is Night Road by Kristin Hannah, and I have read only one book by Kristin Hannah, and it was The Nightingale, which I really loved, and it was about World War II. I have no idea what this book is about. I own it. It's in hardcover. I have a lot of Kristin Hannah on my shelf. I really liked her writing style of Nightingale, so I'm hoping that it stands up and I can read this one along with the book club. So I will put the link to her book club below if anybody wants to join. This is the only book she's reading in the month of November, so I'm hoping that I can follow along. I did start it a little bit. I have a bookmark. I didn't read that much. I read 9 pages just to see if I was going to like it or not. I did like what I read so far. So, but I have to continue reading on. So those are all the books that I am currently reading. I hope to finish something very soon. I don't know if I'm going to be doing my Saturday Shelfie tour or not yet. We'll see. I have a Halloween party tonight, and I have another bar mitzvah, actually a b'nai mitzvah tomorrow, a girl and a boy. So I am very busy as well. So it continues, but at least I'm not planning it anymore. So anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you in another video. Bye.